The Jim Gaffigan Show season finale.
Doesn't get any better than this, fellas.
I feel like I'm going to get in so much trouble tonight.
2 all-new episodes back-to-back.
Were you scared of storms too, Daddy?
Normally, I was a brave kid, not really scared of anything.
The Jim finale, Sunday at 10. And catch up anytime on demand and on the app.
It's the Tony Tone Show on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. That was audio from the season finale of the Jim Gaffigan Show on TV Land. My next guest is absolutely hilarious and personally my favorite stand-up comedian. I have an autographed poster that he signed for me a long time ago at my house. He's got books, TV commercials, and the Jim Gaffigan Show on TV Land, Sunday nights, 9 o'clock Central. Ladies and gentlemen, on the MPW Digital TV Celebrity Hotline, join me in saying hello to Jim Gaffigan. Hey, fella.
Hey.
Welcome back to the great state of Iowa, fella.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
I just want to start out by saying that you're my favorite comedian alive, and I've seen you a couple times. You were in Cedar Rapids last year at the U.S. Cellular Center. Before that, it was like 2007, and we got to meet, and I kind of held it together. So I just want to say thank you for the time. And, buddy, you've done so much. You know, first time we talked was like 2007, and in nearly 10 years, you've built like a Jim Gaffigan empire.
Oh, well, thanks so much. It's, I definitely, my wife and I, we did it a lot together, with the books and now the TV show and everything, so.
Well, it's all great. The books, Dad is Fat, Food, A Love Story, and the Jim Gaffigan Show. I can't believe the season finale is already Sunday night, 9 o'clock Central for us on TV Land. Is it safe to say there's another season of the Jim Gaffigan Show coming, or do you not know yet?
We haven't really decided. It's an enormous amount of work, and but I'm sure my wife and I, Jeannie and I, will be doing tons of projects. But like the show, like doing another book, it's like we have to kind of evaluate it, because in the end, we have to be parents first.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, no, I know that more than ever now. So I have, Jim, I have a 4-year-old son, Henry, and an almost 2-year-old son, Theo. And my wife is, she's hinting at a third. Now, you guys have 5 kids, is that right?
Yeah. And, but it's, we get 5, but I feel like 2 is the hardest. Once you get done with 2, it's, then you go off the zone, you go into a zone defense, and then it's just chaos anyway. Look, 2 kids is chaos, right?
Yes. My 4-year-old threw a Thomas the Train toy at his brother, like directly at his head the other day. And I looked at my wife. Yeah. I looked at my wife, Casey, and Jim, I was like, and you want to do this again? Like, another one? I'm 6'5", 300 pounds. These kids are going to be bruisers, but you're saying, Jim Gaffigan, that I could tell my wife, Casey, that she's okay with this idea for a third kid. You would endorse it.
Well, I would hate for the decision to be made up by me, but you know what I mean? It's like, well, Jim Gaffigan said it. But I think that it's one of those things where, I don't know. It's like, look, no one complains about it more than me, but it's also way more important and more gratifying than whatever we're binging on Netflix at this moment. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. It's the coolest moment, childbirth, for at least my perspective was, I cried like a baby both times. And what I admire about you, well, one of the many things, Jim, is that you get to travel with your entire family. So your kids are getting such great life experiences, crisscrossing the globe, essentially, right? That's great for them.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, we travel, we're traveling, promoting the show, and, I put them in the commercials, and in this season finale, they all kind of appear in it, but it's kind of there's a balance. Like, I want them to have a taste of stuff, but not like subject them to anything. So I want them to travel and get to see different places or get to act in a TV show. But I don't want them to, I want them to make the choice of being actors as opposed to like, yeah, my dad made me act for my entire childhood. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to saddle them with any, like, you don't want to force them to do anything. And I admire that.
Right.
So again, if you're just tuning in, that's Jim Gaffigan, the Jim Gaffigan Show season finale is Sunday at 9:00 Central on TV Land. You can watch it on TV Land's smartphone app, iTunes, and Amazon. So you're booked through the end of the year with stand-up. You go across, overseas, I guess. And what I love now, Jim, is that all the old stand-up specials, they're all on Netflix, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah. It's fun, I love the fact that it worked out that the specials kind of hold up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not somebody who does topical jokes, so they kind of hang in there, it's really fun on Twitter for people to kind of discover specials or even discover me on through Netflix. So I love that.
Jim, I have some questions for some fans of yours off Facebook. Can I read these to you, kind of like rapid fire style?
Yeah, sure.
Levi says, "Is Jim's dad brand really portrayed in those commercials he's doing?"
Well, those commercials, the initial idea of the dad brand thing was very much the agency.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't want to do it, but I thought that it was kind of a funny idea. Like they're trying to sell cars, and but like the whole me kind of joking around and playing with my kids. Yeah, that's kind of all me. But it's the whole idea of a dad brand thing was the agency.
I love it. Monica says, what advice you would give to a young aspiring comedian who wants to keep it clean? And did you have anybody that you modeled yourself off of?
I ended up kind of, I guess, being considered clean because I grew up in a small town in Indiana, and I just was never, I curse in everyday life, but I was never somebody who felt that comfortable cursing in front of large groups of people. And some of it is the topics that I discuss don't really necessitate a curse word. Like if you're talking about donuts, I don't know if you need to curse. But I would say it's, the thing, what's great about stand-up today is that anyone and everyone can watch and consume stand-up comedy. So I would kind of watch really good stand-up, and I would also watch bad stand-up because it's figuring out what people are doing wrong that also makes you understand what type of comic you want to be.
Although I have had some donuts recently with bacon on top of them, and I almost swore because they were so good. Oh, my Lord. Woof.
Right.
It changed my life.
Yeah.
It was the greatest thing ever. Let's see. I'm looking for any more questions. Keith wonders if you guys are going to have any more kids, or is 5 a nice odd number? You're done at 5. Is there going to be a 6th, Gaffigan?
Well, we're open to it. It's not really, it's not something that we're avoiding.
Sure.
Or it's not something that we're trying for, but it really wouldn't surprise me if we had another one.
I love it. I want to ask you, because I don't know if they've completed it or if they're still working on it, but you had a very memorable scene in the original Super Troopers. Are you going to show up in the sequel?
I can't answer that.
Okay.
Because, I wish them only the best. That's such like doing Super Troopers 1, it was like, I worked on the movie for maybe 2 hours, and
wow.
Every college student who ever, or 18-year-olds who ever like stumbled upon that movie seemed to have an attachment to it. So I only wish them the best.
Last question off of Facebook. William wonders, what is your favorite type of Hot Pocket if you had to pick just one?
I would say, I've done the beef and cheddar, but it's probably been 10 years,
Sure.
It's been a long time. And, I remember the barbecued beef one I had. It's on the DVD of Beyond the Pale where I ate one, and it was in insanely bad. Like, I don't know if I finished it even. I think I started eating it, and I was like, you know what, I just can't do this. So, but yeah, no, it's been a while.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm certainly not thin, and I love buffets and good food, but the thought of just a hot pot, I can't do it anymore. I feel like I'm at a place in my life, Jim, where I don't have to like eat ramen noodles or Hot Pockets anymore. And not that I have anything against them. They got me through some tough times. But if I don't have to have it, I'm not going to.
Yeah, no, see, that's the thing. Some of it is, when I do shows now, I'll usually go out to dinner afterwards. And,
sure.
I'm always I'm not somebody who's going to blow off food. Right. And by the way, Hot Pockets are very convenient. But I'm kind of like somebody that, I'll plan more for a Hot Pocket than I will for, a lot of other things.
Right. If lobster bisque is available, probably go with the bisque over the pocket, right? That's kind of,
Yeah.
Well, listen, buddy, I just want to say thank you again. I truly appreciate the time, and I hope everybody's watching the Jim Gaffigan Show season finale Sunday night, 9 o'clock Central on TV Land, available on the TV Land app, iTunes, Amazon, and all of Mr. Jim Gaffigan's stand-up specials are on Netflix, and they're hilarious. All the best to you and the family. Jim, seriously, thank you for your time. Truly appreciate it.
Great. Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon, man. Take care.
Appreciate it.
Bye.